All right. Well, you guys, we are at BET Awards, but none of that's important right now because Michael Cooper Jr. is here with us. The star of Forever. You know him as Justin. You did such a phenomenal job just acting on that. And I know you were in On the Come Up, the Angie C. Thomas book as well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I mean, it's been such a beautiful experience, a blessing. But yeah, I was 3 years into my acting journey when I booked Forever, so it's been picking up ever since.
And when it first came out, I remember, because you go on and you're like, okay, what's this? What should I be watching? Because I love to binge watch a show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm a huge Judy Blume fan. So when I saw it was based on a Judy Blume book. But here's something interesting. My goddaughter was telling me that the characters were based on somebody she knows who has a twin brother or something like. She was like, yeah, I heard they based. I was like, okay, I'm not sure about that. I think it's a.
Well, our characters were based on actually like Mara's kind of world, her personal world.
Okay.
So like her older son, Yassine, was my character's rendition, Justin. It's actually crazy. We were at the after party of Forever, and I was walking in the crowd. Everybody's pulling you, saying, yeah, giving you your flowers, whatever. But her younger son, Nasir, came up to me, and he stopped me, and he just daps me up. He's like, bro, you killed it. You played my brother like crazy. And I'm like, yo, that was the best
That's amazing.
Because he knows his brother like
right.
anybody, you know what I mean? So
what kind of interaction did you have with her son and to kind of...
I never met him.
So you had never met him?
Never met him.
Okay, so you were going off the words off the paper to be able to... translate into that. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you feel how historical this was going to be? Because
that's a good question.
People love this series. I mean, my makeup artist, Key, she's over here somewhere. She was like, this, she has a son and a daughter, and she was like, just watching this, if you have kids,
right.
It reminds me of my kids. And then I think, I don't have kids, but I was watching it, and I just thought it was such a sweet story, but I got some questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get into it.
I got some questions, though.
All right.
But did you have any idea when you were reading for the part, like, this is about to be a big show? And Mara Brockett-Kill, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Just her being behind it, too, is a big deal.
I mean, honestly, like, I knew the Titans who I was working with going into it. But, I mean, when you're making the thing, you're, like, in your bubble. So you don't know how people are going to resonate with it. And so, we have a lot of conversations after the math, just with Wood Harris, who plays my father, Eric, killer.
Love
Don,
him, yeah.
Everybody
Pittman.
need a dad like him.
Oh,
that's the other thing.
Best
He's like
TV dad.
the quintessential dad
Absolutely.
right there.
I love that.
So, like, you never really know how the audience is going to resonate with the work and the art. So it's impactful when you see people, post how they're feeling about XYZ, how they're crying and screaming and, they're connecting with the story. It's beautiful, and it really is a testament to Mara's writing because she's so specific.
Okay.
And the way she, connects.
Can we talk about... Go ahead.
Oh, no, you go.
I was going to say, can we talk about the ADHD and
Yeah.
how you were able to...
Did you know a lot about ADHD before that?
No.
Okay,
No.
So tell us about that process and then how you were able to kind of portray and dig into that.
Because if you're under a rock and haven't seen it, his character has ADHD.
Yeah. So I did a lot of research going beforehand because we booked it. Me and Lovey and I booked before strike hit, and so I had a second to prep, and so I would go to I was in Atlanta at the time, and I would go to private schools, and I meet with some of the kids, and I noticed some of they were awkward. That they were very peculiar and socially awkward, and I would also do a lot of research regarding ADHD and just studying friends who have ADHD and have been diagnosed. I have a little bit of ADHD, so I was able to tap in a little bit into that. But it was just a lot of prep, a lot of studying people's mannerisms. Because Justin's an interesting cat, man.
He is. He's refreshingly honest, too. I would say he speaks, but no matter what he does, speak his mind. It's kind of like a sweet, honesty that comes along with it. But just nice. I was like, are there really nice guys like that when you're in?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if that. I don't know
what were you like when you were in high school?
In high school? I wasn't like Justin. Honestly, Justin taught me a little bit how to tap into because I would be reading the script. And I'm like, he has to cry again on set.
The softer side.
Bro is so soft. And I love him.
Right.
But sometimes I want to smack him. Like when
You'd be like, bro, come on.
No. Like I would have. I love Keisha. I want Justin and Keisha to be in game.
Okay.
But if I was in a situation, I wouldn't necessarily.
At what point you'd be like, okay, enough?
Ooh, that's a good question.
when she said she was going to the prom with her ex? No.
Done.
I feel like that
Done.
was because I
Done.
love the fact that something happened to her that was out of her control. I felt for her because I feel like kids today, there's so much you have to deal with when it comes to, videos and things leaking and being spread around. I mean, it's horrifying. And a small mistake when you're when you're young shouldn't be something that makes you feel ostracized, and she was kind of like keeping it to herself. So I felt for her on that, and I love that he felt protective over her. But then when she was like I'm gonna go to the prom with the guy who did it, I was like, come on, Justin. And you was just laying in the bed like I was like, come on, Justin, man, like, because his character, honestly, like, I was like, is he gonna date someone else, or is he gonna you know what I mean?
Did y'all want him to get with Shannon episode 5? Because that was like a lot of
I think that would have been like it would have been out of character for him. That's how I feel. I think a regular guy maybe would have.
Yeah.
It also, I was like, are these guys with ADHD way nicer and more honest?
I need to get me one. Yeah. I want to ask you, with season 2, obviously you're not a writer, but what would you like to see? And have you pitched any ideas to Mara? Like, hey, we should think about this.
Because acting as that character, you kind of feel like the direction now.
Right. I think so. What's happening, and I think you've seen like her older son is he's in Paris right now making beats. So Kieran and I are pitching Paris. We want to shoot in Paris.
Of course you do.
Yeah, period.
Be great.
Why not?
But I mean, I want Justin and Keisha to get back together. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whether I'm not sure how we're gonna, because COVID has to happen. So I'm curious on.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because
this was in 2018,
right? It
ends
ends 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So COVID. So I'm curious on how she's gonna finagle that.
Okay.
But,
Well, that's why she's
That's
a writer.
a good time to lock back in, though.
Yeah.
Because COVID, people was reconnecting. They were lonely.
That's true.
People were breaking up too.
Yeah, that too. But they got to get back together to break up.
That's a fact.
That is true.
So tell me how life has changed since then.
It's crazy. It is crazy. I did an interview at Knott's Berry Farm, and I guess I didn't realize the impact because I'm in Dallas, Texas right now. People were swarming me. Like they were waiting, for me to get down from the rides and trying to take It's been a blessing, but it's adjusting.
It's different, right?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
There was one scene that I was like, okay, bro, no. When he went and played in the game and he wasn't supposed to, I said, no coach is going to just let you just walk in there.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if he don't win this game for them. But I want to ask you, are you really like a basketball player in real life? Was that? No.
Okay. I grew up playing football.
Okay.
I was a bigger kid growing up, so I was not agile, but no, so I trained for shout out to my coach. But I trained for Justin playing basketball. Yeah.
I was mad when his mom was not wanting him to play.
Oh, basketball?
Yeah,
I understood that though.
Really?
I understand that.
I mean, because it also wasn't fair. It's kind of like getting rejection from everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not being able to play for whatever political reasons with this team, but then now my mom not, it just felt, mom felt so strict to me in certain instances.
I think what's beautiful about it is like, because my mom also really my actual mom resonates with Karen's character, Dawn.
Okay.
Because like, she leads with fear, but it's out of love.
Right.
All she wants to do is protect them.
Of course.
And so I think that like the counterbalance between Eric and Dawn was this beautiful thing, because when Eric was able to be like, yo, hey, chill out.
You're
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let the guy breathe.
Yeah.
He's growing up. I think that's important to see the dichotomy between the two, because
he really was a good kid. That's why I'm saying
he's
it.
a good kid.
So I felt like, little things here and there.
Yeah.
It's part of growing up.
Yeah.
Jasmine, wait till your daughter gets, older. That's going to be so weird.
Terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified.
So let me ask you this. So your mom was a little bit strict. What does she think about all this? Because acting was not what you had intended to do in life.
No. She was very much be a lawyer, be a doctor.
Okay.
Stereotypical, like that's the vibes that we were.
Make that money.
Yeah. Now she's happy. Now she's like, okay, all right. She's so emotional too. Like she's crying. I love her. Shout out to my mom.
Hi, Mom.
She's so like she's proud of you.
Yeah, I think that's mom.
Oh.
But she's emotional. But it's beautiful to see the impact, because I'm a spiritual guy and I move on faith. And so to see it all full, because I'm not from the industry, I didn't grow up with connect. So it's cool to see, all of it come to fruition for real.
What type of what would you like to do next now? Because sometimes people don't want to be stereotyped into a role. This was a first major. It's not your first role, but it's the first really major one. So sometimes you don't want to be like that nice guy next. What would you want to do next?
Well, right now I'm up for like this wrestling role. It's like a UFC fighter. Completely different than Justin.
Okay.
Which is cool. And so hopefully we get that part.
Wow.
You got to be an asshole upcoming too, since you were such a
soft guy.
Yeah.
He's so soft.
You got to be a UFC player.
Nah, for real.
Can you fight?
I can't fight. I did wrestling. I grew up doing wrestling middle school, so I grew up. It was like maybe 3 years I wrestled and stuff like that. But yeah.
Okay. But can you fight? Like, can you?
This is a different type of fight. I've never
They're rough.
They're crazy rough.
Yeah.
So you trained for it? Did you start training already?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I'm excited.
I'm excited about that too.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, what them DMs looking like now?
Ooh.
How are those DMs playing out? What's
He
going on?
laughing because he knows.
What's going on there?
Your mom's shaking her head no.
What's going on?
Nope.
What's going on in them DMs
Any
now?
Keishas in there?
A lot of Keishas. A lot of Keishas. But, I gotta focus.
Okay.
I gotta focus at this.
Great answer.
Seasons. But yeah, a lot of Keishas.
Oh no, he's having a time.
I know he is. In front of his mama, that's his answer. He got a different answer when she's not around.
I'm working. Hey,
I'm working.
Yeah, my girlfriend is my work.
Yeah. Focus.
Well, no, but enjoy this though because this is just amazing. We celebrate you. Celebrate yourself. Congratulations on the season 2. Did y'all start? When do you guys start filming?
Probably we haven't because they're writing it
Okay.
right now, so everybody's thinking early February next year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
We got a little break, but for that, but then for other work.
Yeah.
But work continues.
Mm-hmm.
Work continues.
All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Good
Yes,
job.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. I was so
Absolutely.
happy when I heard you were here.
She was so excited.
I
Oh, really?
was. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So thank you for that.
Appreciate the love.